right. So I was just hearing about ooh this cash energy. Mm, something about like American Eagle energy also. Um, bald eagle. It made me think about that's the representation of the. Some people could be like Anunnaki, Nephilim is what I feel like I'm picking up when it comes to my energy sometimes. Okay. Um, but tri energy, there might be also the water or man or lion energy. There's something. Well, again, I mean, people like to say people don't know who they are. Well, yeah, but some people were given. Also, some my energy I feel like is an older energy, like the beginning. So with these people working on people like my energy for a very very fucking long time. You know, when I think about the energy of wisdom, she's been here, or I've been here several times. Maybe I don't know about the same vassal, for a long time, but again, it's almost like being rebirthed or something, and then they have to find these energies again. So again, some of these younger breeds, they made them like I feel like some of these younger breeds of children in their 20, this generation, millennial or whatever, I don't know. Those would be ones that maybe were spliced or maybe genetically modified or test tube energies or something like this. They may be able to retain more energy because they don't, those are the ones they want to come into the new with. They want to skip over the authentic energies like mine, where they get the energy and the knowledge from, and they want to give. It's almost like they want another chance at doing this, but they may lift these other ones up, right? They may lift these younger ones up, but it's still not going to be fair and balanced. You know what I'm saying? They may be planning on, giving them promotions, giving them positions or something like that, of power or something like this, but they're not. It's not going to be fair. You know what I'm saying? It's like if somebody knew that you was worth $200 million, but they give you $1 million, you're like, oh shit, I'm taking that $1 million, but you didn't know you worth $200 million. You know what I'm saying? It's something like this, okay? So cutting out the middleman or the mother energy or twins, but the identical twins, I feel like they take one. How? I don't know, but I feel like that has to do with the galactic energy. It was something that we would probably not be able to understand. So I mean, there could be, again, you and I could be one of those breeds as well. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and look at this stuff about it. Like I said, that she was trying to go on a mission to find this place. Okay, I'm not gonna be too specific. It's not like we're talking about something that's not public information because it's online. If this was private information, I wouldn't even probably be doing it. But since the shit is online, who can get mad? Because you share something online and I'm analyzing it. I will hope that that's what somebody thought they would do, or it would help somebody, and that's probably why somebody did it. So, um, the thing that got me was it was some writings and something that were found. Okay, and in these writings, it was specifically talking about something that I saw as a pattern. The young girl, she had a child and everything like this. All of a sudden, the masculine energy in the family started to call her a whore, say she was sleeping around with other people, or somebody in specific here. Could be a neighbor, could be a friend, could be a coworker, or something like this, and all these other things, and talking about her really bad and treating her very mean. Back then, mothers were in the house, you would think, working with the family in the house. Not that many women back then in the 20s and 40s were outside of the house working. So, a lot of them weren't able to probably make their own money. So you would imagine that these men could Again, if some of these are the Papa was a Rolling Stone, energies going out traveling and trying out twat, or cups, different cups around the world or around the nation being ushered around by the government or another type of secret society or group or mission. Um, you would imagine that after some time, even if these men were loyal and they were in love with this one woman, again, if these seed that we're talking about get to go around. Now, again, in 2023, they may be able to just, I don't know how they will collect specimens, okay? This in these day and age, but I would think it has something to do with physical contact or something at some point in time in history. Um, why people have wet dreams and things like this. I feel like they were collecting specimen in order to do something with it. Okay. Um, but she was saying that that's what was happening or whatever. And then the masculine energy was about to kick her out, making her pack up her stuff. She was about to leave, but then he would play head games with her and tell her, "Oh, if you just be good, or if you do this or whatever." He started to challenge her spiritual gifts, or um, her beliefs. We'll say that, and things like this, and act like it was a problem and she was a problem and stuff like this. And then just being very vile, not wanting to feed or buy stuff, or I see this happening again. I've witnessed with possession or a spiritual attack on the household, this type of behavior for about a year and a half. So, and being like, what in the world is going on? So people could ask, why would you stay? But if you're not in that situation, you wouldn't understand. And everybody has different obstacles in life. Sometimes I feel like I was thinking maybe it's God that have kept women being in a kept situation, but then now I think maybe it was a devil energy, like a dark energy. Because knowing that once these men are tired of or ready to, or they've gotten to another cup that fits them just right, then they could just dump these women out, and they wouldn't have money to get lawyers. They wouldn't have any defense. They wouldn't have a group or something that would be ready to take these women in and help them fight these men back and represent them in court and things like this. Okay. And I feel like this is going on another scale here in America. With the American Empress, there has been possibly many men that have been attached to me without my knowledge whatsoever. But when I'm looking at a lot of these seers and things like this, again, and I know my mind, all right, these are people that make you want, when you start realize you have gifts, make you think you're crazy instead of it being a gift. But this is the reason why these people chose you to splice seed with in the first place. So your family members, again, the dark energies, the karmic energies, the people under the stairs, the one that are behind the scene, the divine energies that have been taken off the vine and they're in the background, they know about this type of systematic something here. All right. And so they could work with these entities as well to produce something. And like I said, it doesn't have to be them physically working with the spouse. It could be spiritual attacks, having this spouse acting like this, jinn energies. It can be also that these masculine energies did get called in by these groups and secretly taken a oath of silence, and they were promise certain things or something like this. Now these people might know your health. They may know you have a disease that's going to put you to rest soon, and you may not even know it. They may know different things about you that you don't know, like your real true history and things like this. Okay. So um so she was saying that, and then I guess that she had left or something, and then she ended up with another man or going towards another masculine energy or something, and then the masculine person got upset about that and said, "Oh, if you're gonna go do that, then this," or I don't know what it was, but it made me think about how nowadays they use the children. Um, and then he was like, if I promise to be good and nice to you and everything, if you just come back to me. All this was in some type of report here. I don't know what kind of system they had back then that would have that kind of information. But this is what was being said in the report. So she went back, and then the man still treated her very harshly. And I feel like this is to make people miss out on an opportunity for another mate or another, because we're talking about like energies that could be of gods or pharaohs or other type of energies here on this plane, where your life is going to be different. This might seem strange to somebody, might have seemed strange when you first came into it, but I'm feeling like there's another class of people. All right. There's something about it could be your lineage, your last name, about your makeup, your genetics or something like this, but that's a different class. Or maybe it's the people that actually are waking up and they're watching you and they're seeing you wake up, because some people will never wake up to this side of law or this side of whatever this is. Okay. These principalities and powers to be on a personal level throughout their whole life. You know, some of these people were born and bred to only think about themselves and know themselves and move forward. Some of us have been blocked when it comes to that energy, especially because you hold more weight. They didn't plan on you finding this out or being able to get some type of redemption or some type of recovery or some type of financial gain or whatever it would be for this. They wanted to skip over the middle or generation X women, okay? Possibly even the ones that would be more so looked at as a burden because they haven't put in the social security. They haven't worked for 50 or 60 years, you know what I'm saying, and retire when they too old to do any fucking thing to enjoy themselves. These are people that probably just, you know, they probably raised children all their life or something like this. And so they sacrifice their livelihood or college or further education to stay home with their children. Okay. A lot of women find themselves in that situation around 30, 40 years old or something like this. And then they don't know what to do. What's next? Okay. You know, and if you hit with one of these spiritual attacks when you have to wake up to this shit and see it for what it is, you know, then that could be another thing. And there's no clubhouse for that. They have many secret societies for these men, and they smoke their cigars and do whatever, chanting or whatever the fuck they do behind the scenes. But they don't have anything set up for women like this, okay? So so that was really shocking to see that back in 1921, things like this kind of activity was going on. So we could call it what we want, but if women are going through these particular trials and tribulations in their relationships today, that means that this is something that's a generational something. It could be looked at as a curse, but it looked like it's a pattern or something, okay, to me. And that in 2023, there should definitely be something set up where these women are getting some type of assistance or help. Because again, there was abuse and everything that happened in that report. So again, some of these women, you know, could be being abused, mentally abused or something like this as well. You know, and considered to be crazy. And these men are the ones that don't know nothing about whatever's going on with these women, or they do know, and their defense is to say crazy. And once you write somebody off as crazy, that's why it's very dangerous to do that. And these people should be held accountable and maybe even jailed for slander when they do this, especially if they've gotten a team of people behind the scenes to assist them in trying to manipulate the thing. Because, you know, a lot of women are going through these things and they going online learning about twin flames and thinking it's some cute shit. But again, this has some other layers to it that they're not looking at. And you know, it could be, like I said, it could leave some women in a vulnerable situation where now their lives have been exposed. Their names could have been on those lists that Biden gave out to not disturb, do not disturb. But of course, people are going to say, well, what's so special about that? They're going to check it out. And guess what? They're going to find a way to disturb it. They're going to find out that these are probably, these women are worth a lot or something like this. And they're going to try to figure out how they can get in on it. So what I feel like, again, because I'm on some rappers pay my bills shit. So this make me think that a lot of these people could be musicians here. Okay. That have broke bread with you unbeknownst to you. Now I don't know if people are physically actually, because when I'm looking at a lot of these people, they look like familiar to people that been in my neighborhood or that I grew up around, that I've seen someone in the likeness of them before. So I don't know if these people had actual access to your body in the sleep realm or when you're sleeping, or I don't know if this is galactic energy and these people were able to harvest more than just your energy from you. It's just what I'm looking at, okay? Jeez Louise. Okay. So, let's see. All right. So, we're going to go ahead and look at the straw man energy here, okay? Hold on. My charger just fell. Ugh. I need to get something to tape this damn thing down because I'm so tired of it. That was just very detrimental. And I kind of had to stop it and pause it right there and say, I'm going to come back and watch this later. But I'm like, you know what? That's enough for me to kind of see that, wait a minute, this is something here that's really much pretty telling me of the story that I'm picking up on, what, you know, that I've been picking up on. Whew. Lord. Let's see. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Let me see if we could go back here. It's almost like they're trying to attach these men. I don't know how though. To, like, it's something about Facebook too. It's almost like when I wake up in the rising, and or if I just go through Facebook once a day. Sometimes I'll just go down about 10 posts just to see what's on there. Really don't be nothing. But I notice that the next person up in my feed, there's always somebody new each day. It's almost like they're sharing something that's detrimental, or is something that's curious here to thoughts, dreams, emotions, something or whatever like this. So I'm wondering, what are they doing? What are they doing? Is this kind of because we know metaverse, that's making me think about like the meta, it's also making me think about like virtual reality. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. That's the part that I get lost right there. As to what type of access are these people dream fasting? Are these people, harvesting your thoughts? I mean, I just can't figure out that part. But I'm thinking, if a sitting president is doing this to a sitting there's always a organic mother Gaia energy connected to a president. I don't give a fuck what you say. It may be since I was 12 years old, that's been me. Okay. This could be why I probably know deep down, and why they try to focus on brainwashing that person. It's not just because people like, oh, you're not that special or something. No, it's deeper than that. It's almost like I'm thinking even Mother Agra taking her eye out and sending it amongst that group of people so she could see what they were sneaking and doing. When she went off and went to sleep and she went on that journey or something like this on the dark crystal, it's kind of giving me that energy, because that gives me that energy of the card that we had the other day within, what is it, oh shoot, intelligence, or yeah, I think it's intelligence. And it came out that day when we were picking up on Odin's energy, and Odin, I said Otis. Odin sent his eye out to check and see what's going on with the world card. Okay, with the world. All right, now I'm thinking it's the world card energy here. Because I'm hearing something about a great energy or a great father heard somebody's cries from the heavens or something like this. It's making me think of something like that. But again, if this is going on, like, again, say this Mami Wata energy is of China, okay? And my energy is the American Empress, and say Biden administration is using these new green energies or some other kind of energies here, or these electric cars or electric people, in order to spy on those of us that are organic or authentic. They have, first of all, they have a advantage here if they're spliced with China, or we're talking about they've been built up by China. And second of all, that would be treasonous. That means that this woman would know more, have information about me to the exact, because she's working with this person, because she is the person that's doing these things, and she knows of the other women that are doing of these things. So I'm figuring that they think that they smarter than me, and that just because you sit there and you talk about it and it's word for word, what you're saying is damn near almost true. That means that you're very close and intimate with this energy. So if that's my person, if that's my twin, if that's my spouse undercover, or if that person is connected to my spouse as a soulmate or something like this, that's treasonous, because that's information about me as this type of woman that, again, should be held in high honor at this point in time and protected. And you're protecting China, and you're acting like your hands are not dirty with China. And so this could be, even like I said, a connection to a spouse. There's the father, the father. I feel like there's always that tri energy: Father, Son, Holy Spirit. So it's like the Father and the Son, and they've replaced the Holy Spirit with the Holy Spirit. Okay. And I'm just saying that's energy that's being used or sourced from a foreign nation, or used to attack an American autochthonous energy. And that's treason. High, on the highest motherfucking level. And there's laws against that, especially going up against the US or the US president or the presidency. But what about when the president is going up against his organic, authentic American energy source? Okay. And also depleting that energy source and lifting up an energy source that's connected to China. Okay. Yeah, it's, and look at what I'm saying here. And there's no reason to do so. The only reason to do so is that you're using my energy to harvest and give it to these women. And I feel like a lot of these women it's making me think about that Michael Jackson Thriller cover, because all those people around here were dead. And that's what I talk about, these women that are dead. Maybe not, they're maybe more dead than in the eyes of law. You get what I'm saying? They're not a people. So these are energies that maybe were supposedly dead, but they're not. This could be Lazarus raising the dead. This is people that are supposedly passed on. They have a death certificate, whether they really died or not. They have a death certificate. And do you see what I'm saying here? So they could also be using biometrics or biochemical and psychological warfare, and this could be pertaining to I spy with my little eye. These people could be using some type of biometrics with a retina scan in order to see what your spouse sees. So if this is a hollowed out energy or somebody that lost their soul, however you would be able to do that. Financial gain, not believing in God during some type of what do you call it? Rapture or something like this. And again, you may be a loving person to all people, so you may not notice the changes or something like this, but they could hollow out that energy and be able to spy on you, live through this person to be close to you, to spy on you as much as possible during these cycles, probably do spell work and different things on you without your knowledge, because you don't know this part of the world exists. So this could be why they were worried about Diana in Discovery of Witches being someone that would be able to bring them down. But it's not like, if that's what you're doing, man, what do you mean? If you're bringing me down, you're hurting America, not realizing that that's you know what I'm saying? It's almost like when America get blows and get low, it's almost like that energy, like a nation can raise no higher than its woman. But we're talking about the women that they're bringing in that are foreign. You're not thinking about the women that were already here. And that's why you don't win. That's why you continue to fail as a nation, as a whole. That's why you always have to bring your friends in with G7 and all this shit in order to also get these people in line. This could be also transgender energy versus the womb. The video War on the Womb, I think it was straight to the point, but it got deleted by by YouTube. That was my first video that got deleted last year. Now, I think if there was an energy when we were talking about transgender energy or something like this, and they lifted up the woman and kept the transgender person in the background, but no, I feel like these people lift up the transgender person and leave the woman with the womb in the background because she's too real. Like I said, it's something about the physique, something about something here. The realness of the woman's, parts, something here. It says betraying, betrayal of trust is treason, a breach in faith, treason, treachery, delivery. So again, that makes me think about someone in the Bible when that woman, I know it's a woman's energy saying, you sacrifice my children to your idols. So they slam our children amongst the rocks or something, and then they and put them in a treacherous kind of something, maybe even a rapid. I'm seeing something like a rapid river rapids or something. And then they do something else with these other foreign women with their children, educate them, show them the ropes behind the scenes in order to be able to consume us or eat us or bring us down real low and come up real high. It says surrender, a handling down. It made me think hand me down, a giving up. So somebody could be giving up on someone or giving something up here. They may be already saying, oh, well, I'm going to do this so they can get out clean, hands free without having to pay or something like this, right? For your pain and suffering. But we're not doing that over here. It says, so again, these women could be ruthless. These could be women, if they have access to your man or access to you in your home, and they put you in a place of a child in a third party situation. That means they can have a key to the house. That means they can order a Knight of Wands, which I think was one of the last cards that came out, to go and rape this feminine energy. Say this, they're waiting 2 years to see if this woman is going to do something wrong. We have to catch her cheating. We have to catch her do this. We got to catch her beating up a child. We got to catch her doing some drugs. So one drink a year turns into an alcoholic. You know, one puff of a joint makes you a weed head or a drug addict. Things like this. And it's you know, or knowing that these people are watching you in your shower, and then you decide to restrain from that because you feel some kind of way or uncomfortable, and then it comes to, oh, this person is filthy, they don't even take care of themselves, they don't take a bath. You know, you may be, again, fighting a battle here, thinking that what you're doing here could be helping your situation or others as a whole. You put all your time in your studying, and other things are getting put to the side. Well, again, sometimes in these situations, the men that were taking care of these women in some kind of way, and again, yes, they can just leave, but can they? Okay. Now, um, we have this energy where, again, so again, going through these things, you might not be so much on top of things, but you know that Shira or whatever her name is, that talks about how to get a man and got how to get his money. She said something that about a contract. Now, again, some of you may be under contracts that you don't even know, past contracts, new contracts, whatever. Businesses could have been taken from you, inheritances from forefathers or other people that admired you or something like this could be taken by these people that are splicing seed with you. But she said, you know, well, cooking and cleaning and stuff come with something. If the person ain't doing what they supposed to do on their side of the contract, then you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So again, naturally, that's kind of how it happened in my house for a little bit. Okay. Well, naturally, in my house with my situation, Taurus stopped buying food. And I think somebody on their team told him, oh, well, that's looking bad a little bit on your part. At least buy food for the child. They could be pulling strings from the heavens, like I told you, that sign behind Trump that said something key something, and I feel like they was asking, you know, and I'm like, no. And then it said how it was sitting off, it's like how he was standing where the words were lining up, and it said eat again or something. Okay. And I'm like, oh, so that's also, so they're tightening up the reins on what Taurus does for me because I'm not being agreeable to them, or something. Now, it don't have to be Trump. It could be that Trump could have been sending that message out, or that could have been God just speaking, using that energy, knowing that I would look at that video or something. I don't know. Okay. But for a long time, that's how it was. Okay. I feel like they also cover up the voice of, say it gets kind of hectic in your household and there's yelling and fighting and the masculine energy is acting enraged and throwing shit around. They will blot out that part, and the tarot readers will come online, the spies, they will come online the next day and start talking about how a woman is emotional and irrational and things like this. They won't mention a masculine energy throwing the TV into a wall or nothing like this, and a child watching that and being horrified. They will mention that the mother was upset and crying or something like this, or the mother was upset and she yelled or something. It's something like this. So they're all working to blot out the man's bad favor, bad activity, to make the woman look worse. These are women doing this, foreign women, or women that are karmics to you or jealous of you, or always they were born around the same time in the neighborhood with you, and they've already been connected to China and everything for this great day to try to take down the American Empress or the Christ energy. They have Jesus, so what do they need the Christ for? Is what these people could be thinking. But then the light, the Christ is the light, or the light that even the Hermit or God card has, and it's also the light to, or the music. Okay, so if we look at this the way we're looking at it, okay, so it's saying giving up, okay, and this will also be these women that they're dealing with that are blocking the woman, or also doing threats or attacks on the woman so that she will be blocked from this man. Well, the way how I know that it's got something to do with infidelity or sexual immoralities is the only way that they can cut that is by putting another energy in. So if there is some type of interaction here, say you're dealing with a Houdini husband or somebody that might have been taken from you, or they ran away, or I don't, secretly or something, and they left a clone there. This person is already has to be being intimate with this person some kind of way. in order for that person to be more tapped into that man than me. So the gap in between me and that man, even if we're talking galactic energy, even how they talked about, oh, well, Biden never goes to this part. He flies all over and he goes over these parts, but he never go to this part. So you're the last energy on this person's radar or something, right? So we're talking about galactic shit now when we talking about the White House, okay? I don't care what you say. We got presidents that's talked about alien presence in visits and things like this. So then again, if this energy is still in that 10-mile radius in Washington, D.C. or dealing with that area, then maybe, you know, I'm thinking that this could be that they are... Now, if they're okay, now this how they could fool the aliens or whatever is blocking you out from your messages from the galactic beings, and then now this feminine energy, when they're doing their probing, it could be this feminine energy that they're picking up on, thinking that you all right, but you blocked out. You down here starving. You down here being put out. You down here being embarrassed as a high level or a high honor entity on this planet. Nobody really knows probably what you're going through because it's more on a higher level of intelligence. And you see what I'm saying? Now you're blocked out from God or another God energy, which could be a galactic energy for you. Some of you could be galactic, earthly, and maritime or water. It just depends. So again, and then now these people are doing secret what behind the scenes to try to have a reason why. But the reason why is because you're either doing something else. I'm waking up to the fact that you owe me something and I want that shit immediately. There's something else that's going along with this, okay? Now, again, this could be, it says deliver and hand over. So this could be also somebody handing over a woman, or again, this could be trafficking on another scale when the women actually now come up missing. Well, I'm not going to wait until that happens. I'm going to press charges against you. And I'm going to bring this to a higher court or pray about it or something. And I'm going to get you taken down. And I'm going to make sure, because I am a power as well. And once you did what you did that's treasonous, then that would make you having to go to jail or being handled as somebody who has betrayed someone, okay, of a certain status. And a lot of times they'll try to take you out of that status, right? And if they can't find a way to do that, they'll force a way, like the forcer card that we have, to do this, or use other people to do it and wipe their hands of it. And I say, no, I told you no other idols above me. And since you did that, your ass is getting cast down. It's just the bottom line. I'm not going to sit here and fucking play with you. You didn't give a fuck if I was going to end up out bad. What are you doing? This ain't the age for that, not for me. So there's this energy about bags in Dubai. Well, bring the motherfuckers back here to Illinois or Wisconsin, where I could come pick them up. Or we could bring them to where the fuck they're supposed to be. Whatever the fuck that means. So again, this could be also, it has C trans here. So again, if you look at trees and C trans. So I don't know what this has to do with, okay? It could be once you get to a certain level of intelligence or knowing that they send you off to another country like they did. Was it Patti LaBelle or Aretha Franklin or Tina Turner? I can't remember which one of them ended up having to move to Italy. No, you go your ass to Italy. You know what I'm saying? The American Empress is the motherfucking alpha energy any motherfucking way. Especially in her masculine energy. And again, if you put me in this masculine energy and now I'm in it and I'm standing my ground, then you go. Since the woman is concerned about the children and risking her life for the children, and all you worry about is your fucking pockets, you go. So it's saying something about tradition. All these traditions are killing freedom, so it can't stand. We're supposed to be home of the free. Land of the free, whatever the fuck it is. So somebody could be trying to give somebody up to somebody else. No, I don't think so. You can give me my fucking privacy, and you can give me back what the fuck you owe me. That's what? Betray, okay? So I have to leave in a couple seconds, like now. Probably, I don't know. Let me see, I'll check the name. I mean the time. But yeah, so this is, this another way too. Trying to act like somebody ain't got these dealings or something like this, and they actually do. Yeah, okay. Now, when we come back, we're going to talk about this energy here. when it's talking about feeding dead person dream interpretations, but this is like Islamic energy here. And there's a couple of posts here that I was looking at. There was a couple posts I was looking at, but then they have to kill you in the eyes of law first to be able to do this, or actually maybe because it said something about somebody squeezing someone until they're dead or almost dead. So I don't know, y'all. This could be some old something that somebody did to you to make you not be able to be to cut off some kind of circulation in the brain. I don't know what the fuck we reading about, but you know, graveyard magic in the tarot community is making me think they go get grave dirt or something like this, but I don't know. I'm hearing dirt on somebody's name. I posted this on my thing, and it's called Feeding Dead Persons Islamic. And I feel like it's very, they're saying one thing, but I can interpret what else they're saying. So, you know, maybe you guys could use this here to, what does it say? Rising the dead, dream explanation, resurrection, seeing the rise of all dead on the day of judgment. In a dream represents people attending their duty, their daily business and seeking profits, where some will win while others will lose. So if they block you from being able to do things online and things like this during that time, now I was reading this in the Bible too, that made me think that now coming soon, they're going to be looking at who has been able to gain in a short amount of time. And the people, excuse me, I feel like that haven't, they may be willing to throw into the lake of fire. It's not going to be about how much you put in or how many profited from your information or from keeping you locked up and bound and then stealing your energy, and how many people they've been able to make abundant off of your energy for free without paying you, even if there was contracts or not. They're not thinking about those people. You're one of the people that they want to throw in the lake of fire and not have to hear nothing about your ass no more. And I say, oh, wait, stop. So maybe this means stop, motherfucker, for me, on the top of this deck. So again, if you really look at what that's really saying here, they could have cut you off if we're in a systematic, if we're in a social credit system, they could have cut you off from growing online, from selling online. You know, you could have a business, but you might not have been doing as well as you were. You could have a platform, but you might be stuck at the same number of subscribers that you had and views that you had for 2 years. And now somebody say, go free, be and bloom or something. And it's like, no, wait a minute. Something happened here. Something happened here, and I need to figure out what it is. Okay. There could be something about some proceedings here. Okay. Yeah, somebody's dealing with a quick look. The Queen of Cups. I cut the deck on the Queen of Cups. And she's sitting here eating somebody's brain. Okay. Somebody on the beach. Okay. This remind me of that Mommy Watson video that I put up, that clip that I seen on her channel that I put up the other day. When she was doing the peace sign and all that shit on the beach. You know, this is what this is making me think of here. While this person is eating somebody else's brain here. I mean, you can't get no clearer than that. You can't make this shit up. No, you can't. Because this dead person thought they was going to have this living masculine just chilling, sitting on their couch, eating their fucking lasagna that they talk about with the period blood in it. That kind of energy here, okay? So again, this is what I'm picking up. I don't know about nobody else. We're gonna keep them 2 cards out there while we go ahead and go in on this. All right. Yeah, but I feel like, yeah, we got the Tower out here. All right. We got the Tower out here. Somebody about to get a Tower moments. And we got 3 feathers or 3 fathers that could be doing this guilty, or 3 fathers that are helping you out. And we got the King of Cups with his head underwater, but he's doing fine. Is he really? Is he fucking really? Or this motherfucker dead already? Listen, I don't mean to laugh, because somebody could have really lost their life, okay, dealing with this person. All right. So, yeah, I'll be right back. See you guys later. Bye.